Hi guys, thank you for joining me. Frankie here. Today we are going to focus on some deep relaxation and cultivating some stillness in our bodies. We're coming to a new moon as I'm recording this, and a new moon is a time to set a new intention for yourself in this upcoming moon cycle, and it is also a time to find some stillness and reflect and just set some intentions. So I want you to come to a comfortable seated position, wherever that may be for you. Maybe you're on a block or a pillow, a bolster, or maybe you're even sitting in a chair. Just come to stillness. Close your eyes and just start to focus on the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the thoughts of the day drift away. Finding stillness in the body as you focus on your inhales and your exhales. They gradually become longer. Longer inhales and longer exhales to match. You come to find this peace during this next few minutes that you're on the mat. Setting an intention of something you'd like to release or something you'd like to cultivate in your life. Take a moment to just think about it. Give some life to that thought that you have there, that thought of release or that thought of creation, depending on what you need now. On your next inhale, we're going to start to find some movement. Let's inhale the arms up overhead, reaching towards the sky, exhaling down, inhaling the arms up again, twisting the body to one side and exhaling the arms down. Taking a nice twist here. Finding some stillness in the body. Finding peace in your breath. Inhale the arms back to center. Exhale. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, turn the body to the opposite direction and then release the arms down. We can create more peace in our lives by calming the mind. And we calm the mind by focusing on the breath, by training the mind. Inhale, coming back to center, exhaling the arms down. And we're going to swing our feet behind us and we're going to come to child's pose. So toes come to touch, knees go wide as your mat if you're on one, and we sink our hips back and we stretch our arms long as we reach. We reach our arms out in front of us. I'm losing the headphones here. And the forehead maybe sinks to the mat. If you cannot get your forehead to the mat, you can take a block or a pillow and you can place it in front of you and bring your forehead to the block. We can always bring the floor up to us. I'm setting my timer because we're going to be staying here for a few moments. So I want you to just Get yourself situated, get yourself comfortable. If you need to pause the video, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to come down. Forehead comes to the mat. We sink our hips back, long arms, and we rest our forehead down. And we breathe. We breathe into the body. We breathe into areas of tension in the body. Notice if you have any. And as you inhale, send the breath to that area. As you exhale, release that tension. As you stay in this pose and your body gets comfortable, allow yourself to sink a little deeper. Find comfort. Okay, we're going to come out of this, sit up on our knees, just sitting on my knees. If this is not comfortable for you, you can swing your hips around, you can sit on the block. If this is comfortable for you, whatever you like. And just inhale the arms up and down and up and twist again. Twisting is really great for massaging your internal organs. It's really great for the spine, increasing spine flexibility, increasing inhaling, coming back to center, and exhaling down to the other side. And this time, as we rotate, we get a little bit of a stretch in our legs, our thighs, as we sit in a different position. Like I said, if this is not comfortable for you, then sit however is. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling down. If you're sitting on something, you can remove it. And I want you to bring your feet to touch. Palms of your feet to touch for butterfly. Okay, so your feet can be as close or as far away as comfortable to you. Okay, your body, your rules. So get comfortable. You can grab your block again. You can. The great thing about doing these videos at home is you can pause the video and get comfortable, get all situated, and then press play again. Okay, so what we're going to do here for butterfly is we're going to keep the back straight and we're going to hinge at the hips and come forward. And then when you can't come forward anymore, both sits bones are still planted on the ground, right? When you can't come forward anymore, I want you to let the rest of your body hang forward. And I'm going to take this block and I'm going to put my forehead, gently rest my forehead on it. So you go ahead and get comfortable. And when you found some comfort, but not too much comfort because you still want a stretch here in the groin area, but when you found your spot, allow yourself to sink into it. Focus on the breath, cultivating that stillness, that calmness in the mind and in the body. Ten more seconds like this, making every last breath count. And coming up out of this, we're going to take one foot to the opposite thigh and outstretch the other leg. This is half butterfly. Okay. Okay, and again, we're going to get comfy because we're going to hang out here and just do some nice stretching. So what you're going to do here is, if you have a block, you can stack up pillows or books. I want you to come and you're going to turn towards your outstretched leg. So you're turning at the hips a little bit. You're rotating your torso. Rotating your torso. Your hips are on the ground. Both hip bones are on the ground. And we're going to lean forward and then find a spot that's comfy for you. So if you want to lean your elbow on something and just hang out like this, you can. If you want to hang out on your thigh, you can. But I want you to feel a stretch, a slight stretch in the low back, and then another stretch in your the back of your thigh. Okay, and just breathe into it. The foot doesn't have to be flexed. You can just let it hang out there. Just taking some time to cultivate an awareness of the body. Connect with the body. Good. Coming up, we're going to switch sides. Switch sides. Get comfortable here. I'm just going to hang out on my leg here. Maybe I'll prop this arm up and continue to hang out a little bit. Yoga doesn't have to be this big scary thing. It's relaxing too. It's taking some nice time for yourself, for your body. Okay, and then let's come back up. And now we're going to outstretch our legs in front of us. And we're going to come to a fold, seated fold. So what you're going to do here is straight back, hinge at the hips, and then just let yourself kind of fold down and hang out. Prop yourself up. Get comfy. Breathing. We've been staying in these poses for about 1 minute. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the body, maybe feeling it relax and release. Noticing all the different things, areas, sensations inside of you. Okay, final few breaths. And coming up out of this. Good. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling down. Very good. And we're going to come to a shoelace. So what we're going to do is take one leg and fold it down like this, and then the other leg comes on top. So we have shoelaces, right? We can pull them tight. So this might look different for you. This might look like this for you, and that is okay. Find what's comfortable for you. Or if this is not fun at all for you, you can fast forward this one. That is perfectly fine, depending on your hips, the tightness of your hips, and how often you pay attention to them over the years. Okay, one thing that I've gained from yoga is so much better movement in my body. And not even just flexibility, like balance I used to fall a lot. Don't forget to breathe. And I find that I don't fall nearly as much as I used to. And let's come out of this. And on the opposite side now. So switch the legs. There you go. Switch the legs. And find stillness again. Again, where you see me in this video is not where I'm going to be in a few months from now. And it's not where my body was a few months ago. As you move the body, you create more mobility. You create more mobility first, and then after mobility, you create some flexibility. Then you create a stronger balance in your body. And let's come out of this. And let's just shake the legs out. Good. And you might want to come up against a wall for this one, but we're going to come into a yogi squat, as they call it. So your feet are going to be about hip distance apart. Your feet are going to be slightly turned out, and then you're going to push up off your butt and come into this squat position. Another way you can come into this position, Abby, you dreaming? Is you can come to standing. Again, feet are about hips distance, maybe slightly more. Feet are slightly turned out, and you can sit down into this. You can do this against your couch. You can do this against a wall. Okay, this is stretching and opening the hips. Abby's dreaming. Hey. Nope, she's not waking up. Okay, you're also keeping your core tight in this one. Okay, make sure you are nice and elongated through the spine. Right? Imagine that energy shooting out from the navel area, shooting straight up out of the crown of your head, keeping you strong. A few more breaths. And what I want you to do is place your hands down, and we're going to push up. And then we're slowly, well, actually, we're going to hang. So this is called forward fold or waterfall. And we're just going to dangle. We're just going to hang. So you can hang here like this. Your knees can be bent. All right. We don't want too much rounding of the spine. So bend your knees if you need. You can grab opposite elbows. Breathing. Maybe you have a little bit of a sway there. Try to find steadiness through the four corners of your feet. And just letting gravity pull at your spine, creating more space in between the vertebrae. Visualize that happening. And slowly, slowly, we're going to start to come up one vertebrae at a time. Release the hands and let them hang as we straighten the legs. And slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time through the back. The shoulders come up, the neck, and the head. And the arms come up overhead, palms come to touch. And we exhale the hands down to heart center. And I think my head's cut off a little bit. And what we're going to do now, what we're going to do now is come onto our bellies. Okay, coming onto your belly. What I want you to do is outstretch your hands and just place your forehead onto the ground. Usually we find stillness in our backs when we're lying on our backs, but I want you to find stillness prone. No, prone is face up, right? So we're face down. Just breathing. Maybe outstretch the right arm, left leg, reaching, stretching, feeling the stretch all down the side of your body. Stretch like it's being pulled in two directions. Your limbs being stretched out. And then release. And the other side, the left hand stretches out, the left leg stretches out. Ooh, feel that nice stretch down the side of your body. Good. And release. And we're going to gently slide the arms to us. Elbows come underneath the shoulders as we take this back bend called Sphinx pose. This is a back bend. If this is too much for you, you can come down here, lessen the bend a little bit, even all the way down here, right? You have to start baby steps. We need to learn to crawl before we learn to walk, and we need to learn to walk before we learn to run. Breathing into this Sphinx pose. Envisioning and feeling an elongated spine from your low back up through your neck and the crown of your head. Nice and straight, stretching. Good. And exhale, let's release. Let's fold, put one hand on top of the other for crocodile. Let's outturn our feet to the left and right so you get a nice stretch down the insides of your legs. And gently rest your forehead on top of your hands. And turning your head to the right cheek, looking to the left. Staying with your breath. You're breathing the whole time. And coming back to center and to the left cheek, looking to the right. Good. And coming back to center, bringing the hands to the chest area, level with the chest, and we're going to push up to all fours. We're going to bring our hips over our knees, and we're going to walk our hands forward as we come to sink the chest to the ground. This is puppy dog, so you can do the same thing as you did earlier in child's pose. It's kind of like a really exaggerated, stretched out child's pose with the hips more in the air. So you can come to a block, or you can bring your forehead to the mat and just feel your chest sinking into the mat, sinking into the ground, connecting with the solid ground beneath you. Feeling yourself be grounded by this pose. Breathing. out. So slowly start to walk your hands towards you, looking up and coming to sit on your feet. And we're going to swing around and come to lay down in Savasana. Savasana, aka corpse pose, aka our final relaxation pose. So just move anything that's around you so that you're not touching anything. You want to take up space here, get comfortable. You might want to roll up a shirt or a small blanket and stick it underneath your low back. You can put your feet up on bolsters or even blocks or couch cushions or stacked blankets. I'll show you what that looks like with blocks. You can put a little pillow under your head. You can do whatever you want in Savasana. Get comfy. Pause me. Take as much time as you like. The arms go out wide. They fall away from the body. As you just feel yourself totally relax. You feel yourself melting into the ground beneath you. With each breath, you feel lighter. You feel lighter, you feel stronger. You feel more confident. Remembering that intention that you set earlier in the practice. And honoring it. Just letting go and spending a few moments just being in your body. Slowly starting to bring awareness back to the body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, turning those smaller movements into larger ones, rotating the wrists and the ankles. If you're on any props, just kick them off to the side if you can. And slowly come onto your side into fetal position. Acknowledging the time that you've just taken for yourself to care for and nurture your body, your mind, and your spirit. Bringing your hands to the floor, slowly pushing up, coming back to a seated position. And this time I'm going to prop myself up on a block. That feels nice. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale down. Inhale the shoulders up and exhale down. Inhale the neck up And exhale down. Inhale the neck to center. Look right. Look left. Come center. Inhale the body to the right. Turning at your torso. From your torso. Coming back to center. And moving to the other side. Coming back to center. Inhaling the arms up, palms come to touch. And exhaling them down to your heart center. Closing the eyes. Noticing how the body feels after your practice today, as opposed to when you first sat down not too many minutes ago. Thanking yourself for showing up. I thank you for showing up and joining me today in this session. We're going to seal our practice with an Om. Inhale and exhale and inhale to Om. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me and practicing with me. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.